tell me why I care about you. This ain't the movies, but I think that you're the one. Rachel, let me be your Mr. McAdams. Rachel, they gon' call me Mr. McAdams. I take your name, girl, facts. It's insanely far-fetched. I ain't playing why you think I've been rapping to be Mr. McAdams. Say yes. Don't lie to me, don't lie to me, don't lie. You think I'm fucking sick. You think I lost my shit. You think I'm weird AF. But that endearing freckle up on your chin is too much. I got a freckle on my face too. I know you've dated Taylor Kitsch. And I know you've seen Ryan Gosling's dick. Oh girl, I don't know it all, girl. I just wanna take you to a ball, have a ball, girl. Valet will call me Mr. McAdams. Rachel, they gon' call me Mr. McAdams. I take your name, girl, facts. It's insanely far-fetched. I ain't playing why you think I've been rapping to be Mr. McAdams. Say yes. Are you a blonde or brunette? You pull them both off like socks in a bed. Notebook even had a little bit of red. I don't know why I'm telling you about your hair. You would know best, you was there at your hair. Girl, like a fest that I suck dick. Not suck dick like gave head. I'm just bad at doing this shit. Girl, just let me prove that I am. Heard you're 5'4", I bet you ain't even know that's my ideal height. I'm 6 foot, 5'11", I'm 5'10". Friends say I'm funny, and I got fans too, so I can relate to this being off-putting. But I just know you like what I could give. Imagine guac without no chips. Imagine me up at your door, out of nowhere. What would you say? What would we do? Probably be weird. Too much build up, too much press. Or maybe we would fight like rabbits. Maybe I'm your Brad Pitt. Fuck Brad Pitt, don't think about him. I'm Mr. McAdams. Rachel, they gon' call me Mr. McAdams. I take your name, girl, fast. It's insanely far-fetched. I ain't playing why you think I've been rapping to be Mr. McAdams. Say yes. You don't even care.
All right, what's up, everyone? Adam, I know it wasn't big hits. I mean, we did like what we got last break, but I know what you mean. However, I'm ready for some prestige, absolute tomorrow. I keep checking my tracking. It was supposed to be here Thursday, delayed till Friday. It looks like another one I had coming just got delayed to Monday. But as of right now, Saturday. Oh, yeah, shit. That's never good. I was supposed to have some Prism tomorrow. Prism retail, but Prism like the retail boxes. That's delayed. Dude, I'm really hoping. It says it's on the way, but it said last check was at 10:51 on January 18th at Hutchins. I'm hoping tonight I get an update. If we don't, I'm going to put something a little higher end in. But listen, guys, if you can get all 4 games right now you have the Ravens and the 49ers. As much as I'd like to see the Texans win, I don't really care about the Niners game. I would say that you're probably right on these at 9.5 point favorites. Here's your tough two. Here's the ones you got to pick. The Lions and the Bucks. And then you get the Bills and the Chiefs to close it out. When order of the games. But before we get started here, we also have a video to show. So let me pull this up. Steven Kibler, local dude, ready to have a shot. I'll take him with you.
All right, Mikey. To all the Blazing family and old Mikey out there.
Oh, Mikey.
I think the Super Bowl, this is going to be my prediction, is Green Bay and Houston.
What?
Right, Mikey.
What?
That's my
They're going to just go on this.
So, for that...
how much of the alcohol have you drank tonight? Be honest. Is that fine? It's kind
of... It was a good old shot glass.
You make me sick with that pick. I don't know if I can do this.
And just because I don't get on here that often.
I like your little man cave there. What old game are you watching? Get an old Broncos game on.
Shot.
You got the mug shot glass. I love it. That's awesome.
All right, ladies and fam. Have a good one. All right, Mikey.
You might be right in a couple years. Yeah, that's like a futures pick, dude. I don't hate it. Listen, to each their own. About 8 weeks ago, when the Bills were predicted to not even make the playoffs, they were like, what was it, 6-6 or whatever. They had hit this lull. I called the Bills Lions. I feel comfortable saying it now because listen, this game this week is just. Someone wrote this. They wrote article. It says Josh Allen's legacy rides on this week's game. And before I read the article, I said to my brother, I was like, dude, Josh Allen's, truthfully, I don't want to say his legacy, but what we are going to say about Josh Allen for the next few years, truthfully rides on this game. He's 3-3 against the Chiefs. We know he can beat Mahomes. We know they've only played in the playoffs in Kansas City. But now you got a game in Buffalo. You're only out Gabe Davis. So listen, Khalil Shakir has the best catch percentage in the league. So you're not... I don't miss Gabe. I'm going to check him off. I mean, would it help to have him? In theory, yeah, he's our wide receiver too, but I'm okay without him. Benford hurts us. Rapp hurts us. Spector hurts us. We did get AJ Klein to unpack his RV and join the team. He was not on the team. We called up old AJ Klein. We're like, dude, what's up? He's like, I don't know. I'm about to head down to Florida. Got my RV pack. What's up? Would you like to come in and play for us? We have a game in 4 days against the Steelers in the playoffs. He's like, hey, honey, I know we were supposed to go on this awesome trip. I don't know, no matter what you do, how many wives are like, that's fine. Don't worry about it. I know we were excited about this trip. It's okay. Go play some football. He's probably not making much. I mean, listen, not much to us. He's probably making $75K a game. Listen, that's nothing to be like, ugh. It's a dangerous game. He's got kids. He's got a family. I don't know how many wives are going to be like, it's okay. You know? And I'll talk about that in a minute there. Who said that? Don. I'll talk about it in a minute. But it's going to be a great game. But his legacy rides on it because of this. Because if you can beat the Kansas City Chiefs, even if you don't make it to the Super Bowl, it's very difficult to say, well, he can't beat Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs. Listen, he beat Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs. Our defense and our coaching lost the game, that one where we lost in overtime. They just did. I'm not making excuses. But Josh Allen had the game of his life. Everyone's like, Josh Allen can't win in the playoffs. Josh Allen can win in the playoffs. That's not my fear. But unfortunately, like I said to my brother, you as a quarterback are responsible to win the game. It doesn't matter if your defense. He put up 38 points in that game or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, what is a dude supposed to do? You know? But it doesn't matter anymore. He is the reason. His interceptions and his turnovers are the reason this season's been a little wonky. I'm not going to forgive him for that. You know, he doesn't want forgiven for that. But at the same time, he can win this game and lose to the Ravens or the Texans. And we'll be like, all right. You know, Josh Allen's won the division 4 years in a row. He's been to the conference round twice. He's going to get there eventually. There's a lot of quarterbacks that are good that don't make it to the Super Bowl, right? There is. But it's got to happen eventually, you know? How many Super Bowls has Aaron Rodgers been to? Just out of curiosity. I know he's won one. How many has he been to? This is going to be an NIL card. Well, Josh Allen is now 17-0 over the last 3 years in games that he does not have a turnover. 17-0 in games he does not have a turnover in the last 3 years. That's wild, right? Kyron Williams to the LA Rams, and someone had him it was Nick had him last round. He's going to be upset, but dude broke his hand. He'll be good for next season. Jared Goff Matt Stafford came out and said a dirty hit did this. I got to read a little bit. Oh, was it that one or a different player? Graham Mertz out of 99. So Don, who'd you ask if this is your first Blazing Break? I got to tell you, Don, I'm worried about Travis Kelce. And although my wife says she's the Yoko, you know, to the Chiefs, here's what scares me. Spector and Benford are out. Two major parts of the middle of our field. That scares me. Okay? A lot. Now, AJ Klein might be the best thing that could have happened for us because he's just fresh. He hasn't played all season. That's going to be an NIL. Velus Jones Jr. Is that a Bears? Is Velus Jones Jr. a Bears? Chris will tell me. Oh, was it Higbee? So did Higbee tear his ACL? I didn't read it. I just saw the headline. I didn't even know what play he was talking about. Carson Strong, going to confirm, but I think it's Philadelphia Eagles. Rapp is a Rapp is a big loss, but do you know who he took the place of? Taylor Rapp was playing a lot in for Rasul, and Rasul's back. We didn't use Rasul last week because he was hurt. Word is he could have played and didn't, which I'm all right with, whatever. Philadelphia Eagles. He actually then went to the Arizona Cardinals. I think we checked this last time. So this actually goes to Arizona. Carson Strong goes to Arizona Cardinals. Velus Jones to the Bears. Dontario Drummond out of 30. So, but you guys are voting on the Lions game right now. Josh, I was talking last break because I know you sold your tickets, and I told you my dad sold 3 front rows for the same price you sold 2 of the 300 sections for, which is crazy. My dad lists his weird, but that's neither here nor there. They're not my tickets. Ontario Drummond, hold on. Free agent, sign with the Cowboys. Section B, go out to Dallas. Dallas goes out to Waddle. There you go, Waddle. Are these cards for this break, are you asking? And then Spencer Rattler. Spencer Rattler going out to whoever gets it random. Yeah, I don't like when people listen. The reason people don't like Mahomes right now, the reason Mahomes fell out of the graces of the public eye is the way he acted in that Bills game. Yeah, you're good, Adam. Real quick, guys, I'll get back to. So just to clarify, because I know we have some new people, we do a lot of the NIL stuff, a lot of the Leaf stuff. Anytime there's a player, we look it up. The way these work is it goes to last team played for. All right. And for college guys, we have different rules for other things. I'll talk about that another time. But neither of these guys have played in the league, so they go into a random at the end. They will count as hits. So if you win one, each get random individually at the end. So don't leave at the end. When the break's over, it's actually not over. We'll random these up. We'll random hitless credits off. We'll random playoff fantasy spots off. And then, especially like this, Spencer Rattler, not a bad card. There you go. Spencer Rattler. Drama queens. They love drama queens in football. They love drama queens. Listen, that's what sells, man. That's why they brought in Taylor Swift and went and dated, got her to date Kelsey and did all that fun stuff. But yeah, I worry about Kelsey more than anything. I don't really worry. Kelsey's and Pacheco are the guys I worry about. I have a feeling that we're going to see this, and this is my fear. Pacheco could have 200 yards against us. He is too strong for our backup linebackers. Pacheco is dude, they're comparing him to like Marshawn Lynch, right? They're like, he's like Marshawn Lynch. He just runs that ball down your throat. And I watched him last week. I've not watched a lot of Chiefs games. As a matter of fact, when the Chiefs played the Bills this year, I was at a WWE event with my family. And my kid was like, Dad, get off. He was nice about it. But he was like, Dad, come on, like, get off your phone. I'm like, I am, buddy. I'm watching this, like, in-house wrestling event that, like, is not what I would have watched, but I love you. And we bought the tickets before I didn't check. I told them we would go to this. There he is, Kelsey. But yeah, so, there we go. That's a big one. Sean Clifford for the Green Bay Packers. Jimmy Swanson, I'll tell you who wants that. The guy you saw at the beginning of the break, Stephen Kibler. Stephen, this is a case hit in most cases, or at least a super short print. Clifford is a Penn State guy, and he is on the Green Bay Packers, so that's going to be going out to Jimmy Swanson, but I know Kibler's a fan of him. It is funny about Jared, like the post-game interview with Dan Campbell is really cool how he says, you're good enough for us, Jared. Because the way they kind of like left Jared Goff for Sean Gary Silver, it did feel like they kind of left him high and dry. But like Stafford on the opposing hand was kind of like, I want out. So a line to like, if you don't want to be here, you don't need to be. You guys don't want Jared Goff? We want someone that wants to be here. And it was like this perfect fit. It kind of was like, the Stephon Diggs trade for the pick. Justin Jefferson went to the. I always said that was one of the best trades in football as far as equality goes. Long term, the Bills would have been great with Justin Jefferson. Short term, we needed a guy to come in like Diggs. We did. And he really ignited us. I just, I think Justin Jefferson could have done the same thing. But the Bills Mafia wanted some star power. We needed Diggs for the fans. That was a fan pick. We were pumped. Everyone was like, he's a diva. Like, from the Minnesota, we're like, we'll take him. We don't care. So, yeah, I saw that, like, there was a thing that, what did Dan Campbell come out and say? And pretty much like, listen, if you were with us before, hang around, but if you weren't, like, don't jump on now, we're good. Like, Dan Campbell said something like that, and I thought that was cool. Like, we had that situation about a year or two ago, and then we had the teeter-totter fans kind of hop off middle of the season. I had Pittsburgh Steelers fans after Sunday's or Monday's game, I guess. I wear my Bill stuff everywhere. You guys see it? Like, I wear Bill stuff everywhere, every day, all the time, even in the off season. And someone's like, "Oh, you break out the Bills gear." I'm like, "Fuck out of here." I was like, either A, I'm glad you don't pay that much attention to me. I don't want to be paid attention to. But just because you're a Steelers fan and you just lost to the Bills doesn't mean I just started wearing my Bill stuff. Oh, Don, the worst is Chiefs fans. I told you guys last break we went to Olive Garden. It was fun. Deuce, rookie disco. And there's an AJ Terrell, Jalen Hurts. I want to talk about him in a minute. Jalen Carter, rookie disco. And there was a lady there with the Chiefs. There's a Puka. And a Schoonmaker, rookie silver. This is a nice blaster so far. Jonathan Allen. That's not a bad blaster already. Tyler Scott. Joey Bosa. That's a good blaster there. And she was wearing a Chiefs sweatshirt. My dad's like, Chiefs fan. I'm like, no. Travis Kelce Taylor Swift fan. That's a brand new Chiefs sweatshirt. When's the last time you saw a Chiefs sweatshirt in Pennsylvania? And ever since, ever since Patrick Mahomes, see him all over. I'm like, if you haven't been a Chiefs fan for at least 9 years, stop. I said, listen, if you're, coming to me right now and you're like, I'm a Raiders fan, I'm like, I believe you. Because nobody would admit that right now if you were. But if you come at me and you're like, I'm a Bucks fan, I'm a Lions fan. I'm like, you're a Bucks fan, are you? How many years? 3 years. So you're a Tom Brady fan. You were a Patriots fan for 8 years, and then you jumped over on Brady, and now they're doing all right, so you're still kind of a Bucks fan. That shit annoys the hell out of me. Annoys me more than anything. I don't like listen, man, I have been a Bills fan thick and thin. I had a 1 year as a teenager when the movie Ace Ventura came out, and Dan Marino was in Ace Ventura with my favorite actor, Jim Carrey, at the time. And I was like, I love the Dolphins. And I got a Dan Marino jersey, and I was 12 years old, going on 13. I'm like, I tried it for a year. I went real hard. I got a teal futon bed. I got some Dolphins posters. It didn't stick. I didn't like them. They weren't my team. There's a difference between a grown-ass adult wearing a Chiefs sweatshirt and having a lanyard and I got a Chiefs wallet here. Fuck out of here. You're not a Chiefs fan. No, you're not. I know, but you know what I'm saying, Slam. It ain't even Magic Mike yet. It ain't. Dude, 5 teams have inquired about the first pick from the Bears, and one of those teams, that was the Giants, the Commanders, I think the Falcons. There were some teams in there. The Eagles were one, and it kind of with everything going on with Nick Sirianni and the everyone saying it's locker room problems, is there an opportunity to trade Jalen Hurts to the Chicago Bears? Chris, are you in here? Would you want Jalen Hurts? It's very hard to believe that guy is not the man, right? Let's switch it up auto-wise. Let's go Trinity real quick. You don't want Hurts. So, you guys are insane. I hate the Eagles. I don't like them. It's not Eagles. It's not the Eagles. I don't like local Eagles fans. Jalen Hurts is a top 5 quarterback in the league. He's got to be. He's got to be top 8. All right, I'll like stretch it out a little bit because of the way he collapsed the end. Top 8. There's no way you're going to tell me in the next 5 years that Caleb Williams or Justin Fields, yes, Justin Fields could be a top 8 quarterback. Honestly, I believe that he could be in that conversation now if you really want to break down stats and like look into it. If you put Justin Fields on this team, but you're not going to tell me in the next 5 years Caleb Williams is going to be ready to do that. These young quarterbacks take time. They do. I mean, I get it. This is only Hurts' what, 3rd season? 4th season? All right, Jason, I'll go with you because listen, I'm not defending the Eagles. Jason, take a minute and tell me who your top 8 quarterbacks are. It's got to be Mahomes and Allen, right? Lamar Jackson. I want to put Purdy in there, but he hasn't done enough to prove to me he's top 8 yet. Even though I think he could be MVP this season. He had a great season last year. I just don't know he's done enough longevity-wise to prove he's top 8. Cameron Rising at a 12. I'm thinking quarterbacks. I'm thinking playoff quarterbacks is where I started, right? You can't tell me Jordan Love's top 8. You cannot tell me Dak Prescott is top 8. Don't do it. Don't do it. I don't want to hear it that Dak Prescott is top 8. I don't know who your team is. But he's just not. The dude is stacked on offense. Don't give me he's that guy. All right, we're going to have to random off this one. I'll give you Burrow. But now, listen, he missed almost a whole season once. He missed a half a season once. He's only been in the league 20, 21, 22, 23. So 4 years, right? Same as Hurts. 2, 2, and 3. Same as Hurts. But he's missed 1.5 out of 4 seasons, so he's 2. He did get to the Super Bowl. That's a plus for him. Jason, you know what? It's numbers don't. They say numbers don't lie. Jason, are you a Cowboys fan? Let me ask you that first before you say that. Slade Bolden out of 75. I know a lot of our guys and who their teams are. Slade Bolden. It's going to be the Baltimore Ravens. Going to confirm. Actually, he went with the Atlanta Falcons for a while. Goes to Atlanta. Dak. All right, I'll give you Dak. So we got Mahomes, Allen, Lamar, Burrow, Dak. I'll even put Burrow in there. Dak. Okay, I'll give you those 5. Keep going. Give me another one. All right. I'll give you Burrow. That's fair enough. Like I said, injuries are a downgrade. It's like when if you ever watch The League and they do the scoring for like your date, like independently independently wealthy is an upgrade. The they doesn't have a car goes down. His playoffs boost that. Oh man, is it Kurt? Oh, we're getting into a gray area here when you're like throwing out names like Stafford, Kirk. Because there's definitely tiers, right? Like you have your top tier. And I really do think your top tier are Allen, Mahomes, and Jackson right now. And you can throw Purdy in that this year. Is there anyone arguing that there's anyone in that top tier for this year at least? All right, we got Jaden Rashada. This is going to be a big NIL box, it looks like. Y'all say Herbert? Man, you guys are like digging deep. Nagata, check my Nagata out of 75. Beautiful Clemson patch there. Joseph Nagata. That's going to go out to the Philadelphia Eagles. Will confirm. Yes, Philadelphia Eagles. Philly. You guys agree that Herbie belongs up there. Josh Slam really wants golf up there. I ain't ready to do all that. And K-Dub out of 10 in the Pro Look Uni. Matt Gibson with the Seahawks. I love that one. K-Dub, that dude's a baller. Who, Adam, you said Kirk. Imagine if Kirk goes to where? Minnesota? Are you talking about LA? So where did he interview with Atlanta or Chargers? Like, I'm not ignoring you. We're gonna do it right now in between. I gotta go get a shot glass. I'm loving this combo. I am. I'm gonna go. I wanted to get through that box, dude. I'm loving this combo. This is the kind of conversation I want to have a live podcast for. All right, let me go get a shot. Hold on, and you guys sum up. Where do y'all think Bill Belichick's going? Because my understanding is that Atlanta has all but locked him down, and then I heard they're interviewing Joe Brady from the Bills, the interim offensive coordinator, tonight. All right, Slam, I got you. I got to get a little mafia sauce in me anyhow. It was good luck for us last week. It'll be good luck again this week. Some mafia sauce. Jim Harbaugh goes to the Chargers. Adam, I heard that he already had 2 interviews with Atlanta. And to me, it was a done deal. And so I couldn't help but think, does Atlanta go after, how did I think this? Like, no, because Atlanta can't trade down. I was trying to think, who would their quarterback be? Like, how would they go get a quarterback in Atlanta? Bill Belichick is not ready to do Desmond Ridder. Adam, my sister got this for me for Christmas. It's awful. It's awful. It's not good at all. It's so bad. It's made by the Buffalo Distilling Company. I mean, it's cool. It's sponsored by like a pediatric cancer collaborative. It's very cool. Official spirit of the mafia. But it does not taste good at all. That's what I kept thinking, but what do they do to get Fields? That's the only thing I could think of is that, here's what I thought. The Bears will go get Fields, just collect draft picks, and maybe combo. They need Marvin Harrison. I don't think they need Caleb. But if they get Caleb Williams, can pony up to get the 2 spot and get Caleb Williams and Marvin Harrison, that would be wild. All right, cheers. He already made that deal, Chris. Are you talking about Harbaugh? When Harbaugh took that 3-game or 2-game suspension, they said that part of the deal was they could no longer investigate that. Oh, I didn't play the video. Shit, I have to take another one. Damn it, Slam! All right. Oh, well, I guess I have to take another one. All right, Jason. And if you're a new guy in here and you're here to break and you're like, hey, bud, we are here for cards, you'll learn.
Fuck everybody but the Lions, dog.
Come on, man. How about in the NFC?
Get the fuck off.
I like your logo on your shirt there. That's your business, right? All right, man. We got some Slam in the house.
Magic Mike.
Cheers, buddy. Go Bills.
Fuck everybody but the Lions, dog. All the bandwagoners, get the fuck off.
I hear you, man. It bothers me, man. We dealt with them too. I promise. All right, let me see what I missed here. Frank's Red Hot. I've always wanted to try that with vodka. Let's give Josh Allen. Jason, tell me what you've heard. That was only a Big Ten deal for Harbaugh. You can send a video to me. Do you know where we talked this tonight? So riding with my family to go do what we had to do tonight. We were talking a little football. How about, what do you guys think about Vrabel going to Seattle? Obviously, Pete Carroll's out, doesn't want to be a part of operations. Vrabel can work. Like, listen, he's had a Geno Smith, right? He's had a Geno Smith. His name was Ryan Tannehill. I mean, like, I've compared those two before in the sense of their career was dead and then revived. But, and he's had, like, I don't know how great, like, we talk about Kenneth Walker, but, like, he's not a Derrick Henry. But he's had good receivers like A.J. Brown, i.e. D.K. Metcalf. Very similar personalities, very similar size, style. Like, he's had that. It's like a weird, odd fit, but it doesn't seem like, it seems like it's a lateral move for him. Just an organizational shift. Not necessarily a skill shift. Well, Jason, we've tried. All right, so Jason, I'm going to address what you just said real quick. We've tried to make him Clark Kent. That is what Ken Dorsey did. Ken Dorsey came in. Brian Daboll let Josh be Josh, right? And then Ken Dorsey came in and said, look, I'm a brilliant play caller. I'm a brilliant playmaker. And he is. He is on paper, he is. So, Josh, you don't have to go out there and be Superman. They brought him in to save Josh. You don't need to break your back. You don't need to tear your ACL. We're going to make you be a good quarterback out of the pocket. You don't need to run. We don't need all this fancy stuff. And we saw how that turned out. And we lost one single game. One game since Joe Brady took over at coordinator and he told Josh, just go be Josh. That's what he said to Josh. And then like 2 weeks later, Josh says, I feel like I'm fucking back. I'm fucking back, baby. He wants to be Josh. He doesn't care. These quarterbacks want to be. That's a nice card. Who's got the Chiefs? Adam, that's a nice card. He wants to be that guy. The minute if Josh should have been Josh all season long, we wouldn't be. There's a nice Justin Jefferson out of $3.99. We wouldn't be having this conversation about who's MVP. It would be Josh Allen. If you just take second half numbers, it's Josh Allen. He is not the guy who's going to. He doesn't. Everyone's like, Josh Allen's not a high IQ quarterback. Well, no shit. He's not. He doesn't need to be. He'll learn along the way. He's a great arm. He trusts his instincts. He doesn't need to be. Don't turn him into something you want. Let him be who he is. And he's an MVP quarterback. But the problem is these coaches come in and they think, like, I can fix him. Listen, fixing, I'm not saying you can't fine tune, but fixing is for college. If you can't fix them in college, they shouldn't go to the NFL. Fine-tune them in the pros, but don't change their game. Josh, it happened to us. Imagine, we had Brian Daboll. He left our team. He won Coach of the Year the next year. I still say, Josh, that if we would have had Daboll that following season, we go to the Super Bowl. Josh was not Josh when we lost Daboll. Ken Dorsey ruined Josh for a year and a half, and it breaks my heart. Breaks my heart because of what we could have been. And now the Falcons are trying to come in and poach Joe Brady from us. Dude's an interim offensive coordinator, and the Falcons want to hire him as their head coach? No, they don't. All right. And I want to read, Kirk wants to play for the Bills, so he might leave in free agents to go to the Falcon. Oh, for Bill Belichick. All right. We restored the broke the indoor record last week. Were you? That was an indoor record for what sound? What's that, Steven? What are you doing? He's saying he just needs a Clark Kent. Vrabel has made mediocre teams solid. I just don't know that he can do, Don. I don't know that he, for a Super Bowl party. I got you, Steven. I don't know that he can do any more than Pete Carroll did. I just don't know what Vrabel, but we were talking about would he be a good fit. Any chance I'm going to run another mixer tonight? Probably not tonight. It's 11:30. I got to be up early. I have to run tables tomorrow at the wrestling tournament. So probably not tonight, but maybe I'll post a preview for tomorrow. I would like to... Ooh, there's another Heroes. I would like to post Absolute, but like I said, I've made this mistake before, and with the weather and these changes in shipping, like I was gonna post a mix with Retail Prism in it for today. It was supposed to, or tomorrow. It was supposed to come, and I just got an update before this break that it's not coming until Monday now. But be ready for that, because on Monday I ordered those 24-pack. I had to pay up for them. I had to pay full retail for them. Randall Cunningham out of $4.99, but I think they're great for mixers because they have like exclusives in them for Prism, and they're gonna have the CJ Stroud exclusives. There's a Byron Young. Think about the Browns accomplished this year. To me, is it Kevin Stefanski? Is that the Browns coach? Dude, the Browns coach should get Coach of the Year. That dude had to deal with the nonsense of what Deshaun Watson put in place there with his contract. Lost his starter, his backup, his third string. Lost Nick Chubb. Dealt with injuries all season and still got those dudes to make the playoffs as a 5 seed in the AFC North, which a lot of people want to say it's the strongest division. But Stefanski has worked wonders with just awesome coach, like what he's been able to do. You want a mem in the next mixer? Oh, guess what I just ordered? I just tried to order. I'm gonna get some footballs, autographed footballs. Ooh, out of 25, that's a nice one. Pink Michael Pittman. D'Amico Ryans is a great one too. Now, I just talked about him with a guy today. Oh, it was, 2 days ago when I went to the chiropractor. He's a Niners fan. He's like, D'Amico Ryans should get Coach of the Year. I'm like, really? Here's the only thing. I love talking to my chiropractor about football, but this is the weirdest fucking thing, dude. He'll get me in like a position, and I'll be like, all right, put your face down, and like, all right, turn, hug yourself, squeeze tight, and then I'll be like, so D'Amico Ryans should be the coach of the year. I'm like, dude, are we gonna do this? And he'll leave me there for like a minute and a half, and I'm like relaxing. No, squeeze tight. I'm like, this isn't a stretch. He's like, I got you. I'm like, dude, come on, man. I love talking to you, but can you crack me first? Dalvin Cook. But like, it bothers me, man. I love him. I was like, I gotta say something, you gotta have that awkward. But I agree with you. That was a conversation he had with me in an awkward position, talking about D'Amico Ryans. It is awkward. But D'Amico Ryans in as a Coach of the Year. Is it Bills game time yet? You did hit something earlier, Jake Waddle. Herbert becomes a top 8 QB. Dude, Herbert becomes a top 5 QB if Belichick goes there. I don't know enough about Harbaugh. I don't really remember him as a NFL coach when he lost to his brother. Did I say Herbert? Harbaugh. But if Belichick goes to the Chargers or even Harbaugh goes there, I mean, let me rephrase that. If Belichick would magically go to the Chargers, I think they're an instant favorite to win that division next year. Are they really talking about Andy Reid retiring? Anybody else want to take a shot? Oh, I forgot. This is like jumbo boxes. 7+1 autograph proof. That's a 101. All right. I just got these in tonight. I haven't opened these for a while. I think we actually only did one case of this when we started. Sky Moore for the Kansas City Chiefs. Boo. Boo. I have to keep it going. 7 out of 10 All-American for the Kansas City Chiefs. Adam, so you got your heroes and you got that. Cade Otton for the Bucks. Dude, the guy's solid. Watch out for him this week, man. 5 out of 5. Tampa Bay Bucks. Marcus Raymond. I didn't get any more shot videos yet, though. Cade Klubnik. 7 out of 7. And guys, don't forget, at the very end, don't go anywhere. We actually have a Spencer Rattler to random off that everyone's eligible for. And on top of that, and we're going to have this Cade Klubnik as well. We have 2 $5 hitless credits, and we have those playoff fantasy spots, the last 2 of the weekend. Max Johnson, 13 out of 20. Yeah, someone send a shot. I'll take another one. We talked about this tonight. So my sister's an AD for a local school. She's like, we got our first NIL contract that had to come through today because they have to approve it as a high school. And it's like, oh, he's actually paying because he's paying someone to record him and boost his, like, they have to sign an NIL deal. The athlete is not making money. They're paying. And that's part of an NIL deal. I was like, that's wild. I had no idea. Like, it goes both ways. And, like, and part of the contract includes, like, stipulations if the guy makes money, he has to pay him extra money. But, like, I didn't think about it this way. Like, NIL deals go both ways. He is actually on the New England Patriots, and this will go to the Patriots, Matt Runyons, because he's not in a pro uni like he is in Wild Card. So that goes to New England. Oh, wait, we got to do the final game, too, here. Lions is our biggest margin of victory, Slam. You'll appreciate this. Lions at 83%, and I got to get the last one in here. Guys, real quick, I appreciate you guys jumping in here, hanging out, chatting. I miss this so much, and playoff football always brings it out. Preseason football always brings it out. But, man, I really appreciate you guys. I know it's late night. It's a Friday night. It means a lot to me that you could be doing anything else, and you're here hanging out with us. It's why I started this. It's what I love about this the most. Michael Mayer for the Raiders, 5 out of 7. Nice low print here. Raiders going out to Don Wiley, All-American. I don't disagree with you. I think this is the end of Baker's season, but it's just kind of the beginning of his career. I do. I just think, and I'm not saying they can't win, and I know you don't want to hear that. Like, listen, I'm honest about all games, but I think he's in a good situation to continue to do well. He had just got off to a slow start, and that happens. He came in so worried about these endorsements and so worried about all the extra. Phil Dracovic is going to actually be an NIL. That's going to be out of 15. We got a lot of NILs at the end here, and that's okay. Jordan Davis, I believe, is for the Eagles. Here comes the boom. I love that parallel. I forgot about these. Jordan Davis, NFL. Hold on. There's a country singer, Jordan Davis. It's going to be Philadelphia Eagles. Ooh, it's a redemption. It's going to be Chris Olave for the New Orleans Saints. Slam, you tried to trade him for the Lions. You could have always still traded for that, Gibbs, but that's going to go to you. And I will tell you this, a lot of the Leaf redemption department, if they haven't gotten in the end, they're offering great swap outs. It is not like Panini. I mean, someone just got a CeeDee Lamb in place of I forget who it was. It wasn't anyone, like a CeeDee Lamb was better. So they always upgrade you. Always, ever, since they could not redeem, they always give you an upgrade. It's not like Panini where it's like, all right, and here's our 101 Crystal Lightning. Another one for the Eagles, Marcus. Nakobe Dean. 1 of 1. Pre-production proof. Ooh, wait, could you imagine Baker with Belichick? I think that works now that he's a little older, mature. Ooh, I didn't even think of that. Ooh, that would be kind of gross. I'm all right with it in the NFC. That would scare me in the AFC. Baker to the Pats. Dude, Baker, he has a good team right now. He does. He Rashad White, Chris Godwin, Mike Evans, he's got the guys there. But could you imagine with Bijan, Kyle Pitts, Drake London, Bill Belichick? Ooh. Now, Josh, I will say this. Historically, they're great. They're under new ownership. I've heard people complain. Listen, I'm a huge Wild Card fan. I messaged the owner of Wild Card this week, and I said, I'm hearing some things about Leaf that maybe the new ownership doesn't quite get what they were doing. And you need to keep doing what you're doing. Don't change. I told Ty at Wildcard, I was like, we love your products. We have pulled a lot of beautiful stuff out of your products. Don't change. Are you telling for the Bills game? You didn't see my page? We have one more box to open up. Oh, did I get another notice? On our page today, here, I'll pull it up here. Someone send me another shot video quick. It's our last chance. Instead of giving 2 spots, if someone else sends me a shot video, I'll give away 3 spots for the final playoff contest. This is people lined up to shovel at the Bills Stadium tonight. Look at that. They're all lined up to go shovel the seats out. People were mad because their seats weren't shoveled out last week. Dude, people were mad because they postponed the game. And then they were mad because their sheets were like spoiled ass. Dude, people are so soft. They're like, have the game, but make sure the seats are shoveled and make sure the field's cleared and change the weather while you're at it. Make sure it's still cold and snowy so the Steelers have an advantage. But we don't want snow in our seats. What up, Zach? Super soft, dude. The weather's gonna be fine. There's no travel ban. That was the problem last week. People don't understand that. The problem last week wasn't that the Bills didn't want to have the game. The New York governor said there is a travel ban. If you travel, you will be fined. You will be arrested. You are not allowed to travel. And the NFL was like, hey, how do we comply with this and have our game? And she's pretty much like, you don't. You can't have the game. So they let it go. And then the next night it was kind of like, we're going to have this game. So I heard all they diverted so many snow plows and stuff into the Orchard Park Buffalo area to get the area ready. Like New York helped out. They were like, we know what this does for the economy. That's wild, right? Like Goodell's like, look, I scratch your back. It's time to scratch my balls because we're having this game one way or the other. McCreary for the Titans, 1 out of 10 going out to Jimmy Swanson. We are going to give the playoff spots. If I get a shot in here with people, I'll give out 3 instead of 2. Typically, guys, I would do another break tonight if I wasn't getting up early. Ellaby, 1 of 4. I'm an Ellaby magnet. Him and Joe Montana. That's all right. Look, we got a stack. Listen, if you don't get a hit, don't worry. We're randoming off all these cards. I like that we do it that way, so don't worry. You'll still have a chance at a card and a playoff spot and a hitless credit. So, all right, let me get through this pack and then we'll do it. For the Pittsburgh Steelers, the Marvin Leal out of 10. Pittsburgh going out to Jeremy Wilson. Listen, guys, I appreciate... Oh, we're going to do Zach McCarthy's thing. I appreciate you jumping in these mixers along the way. As more product... Like, they're just so far behind on product. And then shipping doesn't help. But as product comes out, guys, I keep getting in, like the Panini products and stuff, too. To me, Wildcard and Leaf has just been a better deal, better value. The amount of Strouds we have pulled, Richardsons, stuff like that is just insane. Zach, I haven't seen your ugly mug in a while. Let me pour up the shot for you first. Zach, who you got, Bills or Chiefs? Be honest. Now, for the record, Zach's mom is a big Bills fan. She lives in Florida, right, Zach? Florida has one of the biggest followings for the Buffalo Bills. Tennessee, oh, that was close. Tennessee has one of the biggest followings for the Buffalo Bills. We have great magnet locations, but Zach's mom is a Bills fan. So this goes out to your mom, Zach.
Cheers, brother. Cheers, brother.
Always full of words. Not as good as Steven's earlier or Josh's, but we'll take you, Zach. What? It does go out to his mom. She's a Bills fan. For the Atlanta Falcons, it's an eBay 101. 50 out of 50, Desmond Ridder. That's awesome, Zach. I love not hearing from you if it means you were with your kid. I know you fought hard for that, so good for you, man. Enjoy those moments. Hey, Kobe! It's numbered out of 8. It's not Kobe Bryant, though. It's Kobe Bryant for the Seahawks. It's not our number 8 Kobe Bryant. Although this is numbered out of 3 of 8. What if you got an 8 out of 24 Kobe Bryant for the Seahawks? Does that matter? Zach's mom is a Bills fan. And Hutchie. I bet you'll get a trade on this one if you want for the Olave. Hutchie, We the People, Constitution, Detroit Lions, 3 out of 15 going out to Don. All right, so we will give out 3 bonus fantasy spots at the end. Guys, don't go anywhere. I love the chat tonight, too. Not who I wanted to see. It's a 1 of 2, but it's Danny Gray. I believe for the Giants. Let me double check. I know Eric Gray and Danny Gray. One of them is the Niners. One of them is the Giants. This is the Niners. Man, none of the big juicy bangers tonight. Sorry, guys. I mean, we have been on fire with Strouds and Richardsons and Dan Marinos and all sorts of good stuff. Tonight was just not our night. Maybe it's, you know. I apologize. It wasn't our best. I really wish it was better. But you know what? We have stuff to do. Let's recap it, give out some extra spots. Guys, I'm just going to go ahead and round up to 4 spots to close this out for the weekend since you guys didn't have the best break. We're going to do 4 fantasy spots at the end. Stay tuned. Michael Pittman out of 25. That's a cool parallel. That would be a neat rainbow on this Prestige. We got the Michael Wilson out of 99. Tony Pollard out of 199. Mahomes Heroes. We had another Heroes too. Did I not top load it? Oh, it's the Derrick Henry for the Titans. Mahomes Heroes. Jefferson out of 399. Deuce Vaughn Disco Rookie. Jalen Carter Disco Rookie. Puka Nacua Base. Schoonmaker Silver Rookie. Jahmyr Gibbs Disco. Anthony Richardson Portals. Travis Kelce Disco. And that case hit Sean Clifford burst there. Don, you sure, man? That's awesome. That's awesome. Don, we love you, buddy. Don, tell him what you said about cash today. Tell him what you did on your Stroud Leaf card. That's so cool. It's, if you're new to the family, that's what you have to look forward to here. Marvin Leal trying to get out. Love this fam so much. People are always like, thanks for giving. I'm like, dude, this fam is just contagious. This is what we do. Danny Gray for the 49ers. Adam. Welcome, Adam. We got some new guys in here. Desmond Ridder for the Atlanta Falcons. Dougie Berger. Dougie's vintage already. And then a DeMarvin Leal for the Pittsburgh Steelers going out to Jeremy Wilson. Don, I love the story, though, you shared about Cash and your sale and what he's doing with the proceeds. Roger McCreary. I mean, you're like, I've seen what you said about card shows. You're raising a cool fan and a cool collector, and it's neat to see that on that level. That reminds me of a little bit of what got me into the hobby with my dad when I was younger. You're much more involved, but my dad set the bar for collection. But you're more involved in the flipping and stuff. There's Olave for the Saints, Jordan Davis for the Philadelphia Eagles, DeMarcus Raymond. Here comes the boom. We got Michael Mayer for the Raiders going out to Don Wiley. We got Matt Corral for the Patriots. That actually does go to the Patriots. So much to talk about in the offseason, guys. So even when football, the postseason's over here, we'll have plenty to talk about. And leading up to the draft, the one nice thing about these NIL cards and all that is that we're going to continue to have things to rip leading up to the draft because these college guys have autographs now. Cade Otton. I'm going to try to come up with some new style of breaks now that there's so many NILs and so many draft players coming in. Products like Bowman University. Cade Otton for the Bucks and Sky Moore for the Kansas City Chiefs. The Cade Otton was numbered out of 5. Sky Moore out of 10. For Philly, Joseph Nagata. And then we have Dontario Drummond for the Dallas Cowboys going out. There you are, Jake. That's what you got. I knew I said your name. Vilas Jones for the Chicago Bears going out to Brent. Carson Strong for Arizona going out to CT. What up, CT? Oh, we forgot about this. All right, we got a Kyron Williams at a 99 for the Rams going out to Marcus. broke his hand. He'll be good to go for the season. And then Kobe Dean for the Philadelphia Eagles going out to Marcus Raymond. We got Kobe Bryant for the Seattle Seahawks. Matt Gibson, you weren't done because you got our other big hit here. Aiden Hutchinson out of 15 for the Detroit Lions going out to Don Wiley. And then out of 10, K-Dub the third, Kenneth Walker, Seattle Seahawks. Man, probably not a bad break, but the weakest we've had in a while, guys. I'm sorry, I feel for you, but we're gonna throw in some extra fantasy spots, and we got all these to random up yet, including an Ellaby, Djokovic, Klubnik. Let me get these figured out here. Quarterbacks go to the back. We got the Spencer Rattler. All right, Spencer Rattler's last. Ellaby's gonna be first, even though that's a 1 of 4. Djokovic. Bolden the 75. All right, Hall to 50. Graham Mertz to 99. Rashada to 49. Max Johnson to 20. Klubnik to 7. We got the Cameron Rising to 12. Let's slip Bolden in here. Right here. Djokovic to 15. Ellaby's going to get it. We're going to do Ellaby at the start of the QBs. And Spencer Rattler last. All right, this is the order we're going to do them in, guys. I like doing them kind of in some sort of order of progression. We got Ajia Hall to 50. Mertz to 99. Bolden to 75. Ellaby to 4. Rashada to 49. Johnson to 20. Klubnik to 7. Djokovic to 15. We're going to switch those. Cameron Rising to 12 and Spencer Rattler to 99. And then, guys, real quick, I just want to shout out to Don one more time. I don't want to let it pass. Although Don hit this, he is gifting this to Slam. That means, like, for those of you who don't know that maybe new, Slam's diehard. He is my Lions fan to my Bills, like the same as Chris Taylor is to the Bears, as Don is to the Bengals. I know that he'll support this too, because he's already told me he's rooting for the Bills. I'm sorry, but I want to see that as my Super Bowl pick. No. During recap, I don't. I don't pay attention to recap during recap. But let me see this real quick. You said one more. Should we do like a live fill of a jersey or something? Zach, isn't it crazy? I just saw what you said. The only group that does that. Where'd you get your Gunners from that got graded a 10? Yeah, Zach, earlier today I actually thanked the group. All right, give me a minute before I random these off. Give me a second. Chris, honestly, I think I'm out of jerseys. The only thing I have left is this helmet, and we could do it as divisions. I have the Fanatics helmet. I could do it 10 at 13, I think. I can do it at... yeah, 10 at 13, I think I can do this at. Let me look one more. Chris, make suggestions. I'll be right back. All right, so Chris, I don't have any more jerseys, but here's what I have. I have the helmet, and I also have a fresh case of Eclectic. You guys know we love that. I can do Eclectic serial numbers 10 at 19. I can't do a mixer. I don't think we'll fill a mixer with 32 spots. I don't think we'll fill a mixer tonight. I really don't. I want to post it, but I don't think we'll fill it. But if I can do a one box Eclectic 10 at 19 for serial numbers. So I either have that. I want to post something we can fill, honestly. Or the helmet 10 at 13 would fill. Dude, I'll get more jerseys. What up for UFC? You know what I got for UFC? How about some UFC Immaculate, buddy? I like the fighter fighting tomorrow. Chris, any chance you can post that Serial Eclectic? That's a fresh case, too. We've had great luck with Eclectic. It's my last case. I got one box of UFC Immaculate for tomorrow. Let's do it, boys and gals. We have a gal in here. One left that I didn't scare off. All right. Chris is going to maybe post Eclectic. I do want to get this done for people who are like, dude, I want to find out if I got a fantasy spot. I want to find out if I got hit list. So let me do this real quick. I'm going to bring you over. Everyone eligible. We got a GA Hall. I do. What are you like? Are you looking for a price range or a product? Let me focus on this real quick. Not trying to ignore chat, but let me get this done. I don't want to like get ahead of myself. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll take another shot with someone. For the Ravens, Jacob Nidecker, G.A. Hall for the Baltimore Ravens. We got Graham Mertz coming up next. Min roll 5, all 32 teams eligible. We got an 8 that'll play. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 8. We got Cleveland Browns on the board. Ah, they didn't hit either. All right, we're getting some guys hits that didn't get hits. I like it. Next one up is going to be Slade Bolden. Spencer Rattler going to the NFL. He's got another year or two, right, in college. He's not quite there yet. He was like, he fell, then he got picked up, and then he fell. I don't know if he ever got his career back. Chris and I met him at the National at our VIP dinner. Did I write Atlanta on this one? Did we already do Slade Bolden? Did we do Slade Bolden already? No, I'm losing it. Did I take the same name? All right, we did Slade. This was actually for, Caleb Ellaby is where it's going to go. It's going to go to Denver Broncos. 10 at 19, Chris. I think that's what we have it at. It's the same price. I got them all the same. I'm watching the video back. Give me a second, guys. Yeah, we did an 8 on Slade. And we got Atlanta. Hold on. I'm watching it back here. Graham Mertz went to the Browns. Just give me a minute, guys. Sorry. You guys see, this is why I like to focus on what we're doing. Slade Bolden. No, Slade Bolden may have went to Denver, and I just marked. Yeah, Slade Bolden went to Denver. I don't know where Atlanta came from. Sorry, guys. That went to Matt Menser. My bad. I just want to make sure we had that right. All right. Now we have Caleb Ellaby. I'm back on track. 10 and 19 on Eclectic. Sorry Sorry about that, Atlanta. Had to watch the video back, make sure I didn't make any mistakes. All right, Caleb Ellaby is a 9. And Chris is posting that up. Chris, you can post a link in here if you want then. Now I do need a shot. That was stressful. Dallas Cowboys on Ellaby. Gonna go out to Waddle and the Cowboys. Rashada's the next one. Min roll 5. My sons got their first actual, not beginner, but real wrestling tournament tomorrow. They each went 2-1 last week. Cohen had 2 pins. Paxton had 1 pin. They each lost their last match. This goes out to the Bears. Chicago Bears going out to Brent. So I told them this week that if they win the tournament, they can each get 5,000 V-Bucks. Do you know how much 5,000 V-Bucks cost now? Any Fortnite people in here? My kids are like, no way. Listen, I love my kids. They work hard during the events. I don't think they're winning a real tournament, but we'll see. Did you see all the Taylor Swift fans that got bent out of shape that Eminem was on TV so much? LA Rams going out to Marcus Raymond. Yeah, that's like $40 a pop. I think I'm safe, man. It's like when I have you guys pick games. Just kidding. You guys are a lot worse than my kids at picking games. I can't believe you only have the Bills at 67%. What was the Lion percentage again? I think I wrote it down. The New England Patriots going to be on the Phil Dracovic. This is a lot of NILs. Cade Klubnik next. It's the most we've had. I love you guys, man. Listen, no matter how, if you weren't in the first break and didn't hear why I was a little late, I told you I'm mad at myself for not appreciating every minute of life. For those of you who wonder why I'm so positive, like these moments that I experienced tonight and watching the guy in front of me just... Dude, let me tell you, man, enjoy every minute you're blessed with, no matter how bad it is, because I'll tell you what, people would fight for a couple more days. It was wild to see that tonight. Green Bay, that goes out to Jimmy Swanson, but I say that because, man, I try not to take any of these nights for granted. Sitting here talking with my boys and my Blazers about football, that's wild, man. We like the fact that we get to do this as grown adults. I was saying this the other day. My kids, we were watching the playoff games, and my wife's like, no, Daddy's going to watch football. And I said, it's all right. I can watch it on my phone. And she's like, no, watch it on TV. And I'm like, nah, for real. Like, my dad didn't get to do that. This goes out to the Bills. It's going to be Ricky Statler. And I said, I remember how frustrated I was that my dad was like, you have to watch football. I'm like, I didn't like football when I was 7 years old. Who likes football at 7 years old? Not a lot. And I'm like, I'm so lucky to have a phone. I get to watch football on my phone. Like, I'd be out to eat and watching football. That's wild. We are so blessed. You can go to a bar. Like, even when we were kids, they just didn't have that. You just didn't go out to a restaurant and they had TVs with football on. This is a big one, Spencer Rattler. Oh, dude, Penn State dominates wrestling. I want to get my kids to one of those events. Good luck, everyone. Spencer Rattler is the big one. Final round. Philadelphia Eagles. Marcus Raymond. Spencer Rattler. This is one of those cards you just put in your like premium box and you're like, I'll wait. That's cool. There's not going to be a ton out there when he hits. I'll wait. All right, top 2 win $5 hitless credits. A lot of teams ended up hitting in that. Oh, man, I love that you just said that. I tell people I love you that, like, I barely know, and they're like, huh? I'm like, I do. Like, you gave me a moment that I loved. I love you for that. There's different levels to I love you. It doesn't all mean the same. The Vikings and the Jags. Jason Mello, Marcus Raymond. So many angry people online, man. I've tried more and more to stay offline. But this is like I said, if it wasn't for you guys, I want to be on Facebook. I mean that. All right, top 3 win. Yeah, if it weren't for you guys, I'd probably be off Facebook. There's so much negativity. I can't handle that shit. But you guys make it fun. Well, we have time, guys. Get the serial numbers filled. 10 at 19. Fresh box of eclectic. Baltimore Ravens, Seattle Seahawks, and Detroit Lions. Playoff Week 2 contest. I'm going to continue here. I'm just going to jot it down here. And it's going to be 17 is the Ravens. It's going to be Jacob Nidecker. Did we share the link for that? It's Seattle Seahawks. That is going to be Matt Gibson. And Detroit Lions is going to be Don Wiley. Now, Don Wiley, you have a spot, so you'll go to week 3. That's okay. Oh, and I got to roll the dice for this one. 1, 2 to the top, 3, 4 to the middle, 5, 6 to the bottom. It's a 1. It's going to go to Fields and Aaron Donald. So here's what I'm going to do, fam. I'm going to clean up here, but I'm going to put some music on real quick, all right? I'm going to put some music on. You posted it twice. Chris likes to make sure I know he did it. No, I appreciate you, Chris, so much. What's this coming soon? Ooh. Dude, you guys want to see something? Impeccable football looks gross this year. Look at this. If their sell sheet is honest, Josh Allen. Oh, you guys can't see it on there. Oh, it did on that one. All right, let me pull this. Josh Allen, Randy Moss, Jalen Hurts, Bijan, Aaron Rodgers, Anthony Richardson. Give me some of that impeccable, baby. What are you guys doing tomorrow? Real quick while I clean up. All right, I'm going to clean up. I'm going to put some tunes on for you. I told you earlier, I've enjoyed the Lil Dicky album today. Just released, so I'm going to throw it on for you. Let me pick a good one. Second Coming. This is a good song. Here we go. Enjoy this while I clean up. Fill that serial number. Someone take a shot with me.
Utmost sincerity, I am the next Kanye West. Except I'm white.
Your rap name is literally a small penis joke.
It's actually a super intellectual commentary on hypermasculinity. You gotta understand, I've always felt like I was the biggest star on the planet.
We don't just got anybody in the spot right now. We got Lil Dicky in here. He's one of the best new rappers in the game.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm trying to figure it out. I don't even know what this thing is yet.
What Lil Dicky is, he a legend, bro. HUTTG, train to go, let's go, baby. We going straight to the mountaintop, Mount Rushmore type shit.
I don't know, man. I feel like there's like a deeper level of artistry that I could tap into.
You have a loathing for where you come from, but a fear that it's all you have.
Yeah.
Bring the sheep to the man. I do everything I can. Got $1 million on the ground. Follow me or you'll be damned. North side, east side, Jesus Christ, way up in this bitch. Count the days, it's almost here. Talking crazy, but you convinced. Wait, heaven sent, I ain't nothing like the present man. Wasn't fucking with the president. This world got way too sensitive. It's so evident we let the devil in. I'm not a reverend, I'm a reverend. But still I'm colder than a revenant. I put the effort in to be a better man. Letterman, I be walking around the town, talking what I'm about, walking all around, drawing all the crowds, garnering the cloud, calling all them out, following the vow, volleying the doubt, swallowing it down, hollering it loud. They don't know what they do. They tryna box in the Jew. PG with the crack, had to come back, got a little bread, took that, made a lot of more bread, then again, get a fare, bring a lunch bag. All of my friends started popping in advance, all the seats started playing full circle like a hubcap. You can hear the chants, everybody had a chance, everybody tried to dance when I pull up with the jams, everybody going ham, young man, got a plan, they don't even understand. Hey, shut up my man, shut up my blood. I was just blessed, that's how I was. I am obsessed, I wanna buzz, I am a mesh, let me spread love. I could do it with the hands tied. Fuck that water, where the damn wine. Making miracles every time, super lyrical, on God, on God. Back again, you know I had to wait. They don't wanna see me levitate. Anybody who is in the way, I'm sorry, I just had to do it anyway. I could do this shit anyway. Wake 'em up, it's a new day. You can kill me? I don't know. Do you feel me? I don't know. Shit I'm doing though? I don't know. But you know it's like Gonzo. I'm big bro like Lonzo. Have more fun like blonde hoes. Get free drinks like combos. Run this back more Tom Coles. Her ass on me prom pose. I'll take that like Sean. Come riding around with my tens. Blowing green at buffets. Handle my cocks like we all friends. Better make them amens. Better say them amens. The word gon' ring like brr. My new flow cold like brr. But I ain't never sniffing. Dripping like I'm water coming out the kitchen. Skipping on the water. I ain't even sinking. I ain't even tripping. I don't got no image. I don't gotta spin it. Y'all are so invented. I am so inventive. I am on a mission. I am with the fibbing. I am not a chicken. I am something different. Lion isn't in me. Try to come and give me water. Crucifixion.
Nice, Chris. Nice win. That's awesome, man. That's a big win. Y'all watch the show, Dave? I'm assuming Jordan Love, right? Oh, I thought you said you hit it. I think maybe you just hit it. The Genesis. I mean, are you mad about it? Like, here's my thing with Jordan Love. He is a prime example of everyone for so long people who said, you guys who invested in Jordan Love, dummies. You're dumb. Like, obviously he sucks. And now everyone's like, oh, you guys who are buying Jordan Love, you're idiots. You're idiots. Okay, shut up. Just leave them alone. Let them buy. You made fun of people made fun of people who bought Joe Burrow when he tore his ACL or ripped his kneecap off or whatever, right? And then he came back and went to a Super Bowl. And those people who bought that made a fortune. But there was a ton of people who made fun of those guys. And then they were making fun of the guys who bought it for a fortune. All it is people who don't have money at any point to buy any of that. Look, guys, just don't make fun. Just let people collect who they want to collect. It ain't going to hurt you. Listen, man, I collected, when I got into this hobby, you know who I bought? Kenny Galladay, Cooper Kupp, and Nathan Peterman. And when Cooper Kupp last year or the year before went off like insane, I'm an idiot. I didn't sell my Cooper Kupps. Because you know why? They meant too much to me as a person. They were like the beginning of my collection. I have these awesome 1-of-1s. Do I regret it? Slightly. I wish I would have sold like a couple and like bought some more Josh Allens. I wish I would have done that because then I could have justified it in my head and been like, all right, I did sell some of my collection, but you know what? I at least I bought more of my collection, you know? But I didn't. I could have sold my 101 NT for like, I think it was $1,800. I got offered for it and I didn't sell it. That one stung a little bit, but at the same time, I'm like, all right, you know what? I stood my ground. I did. All right, you guys got payments in for that. That's awesome. Yeah, like, dude, it's the stock market. Has anyone here invested in it? The same guys that were making fun of people buying Joe Burrow were like, buy Dogecoin. And if you bought it, I'm not making fun of you. But they're the same people, like, you didn't have to buy Dogecoin to make fun of people, but if you made fun of people for buying it, you were the same kind of guy that jumped on like Dogecoin and you were like, yeah, you know, it's just like, stop. Like, it's okay. Different strokes for different folks. We ain't all gonna like the same thing, and it's okay. Because if we all like the same thing, it would happen like during the boom. We'd all be chasing retail Prism for $300 a box at Blaster. All right, guys, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna actually random this off like over on this other screen here. So actually on this one right here. So give me a minute. And we will do that. If you didn't send, there was only one person. They know who they are. Just give me a minute here. And if you like this box and we're still live and you've never seen this product and you're like, I want to get on this, we can do another one if we can fill it quick. But only if someone sends me a shot. Where are you guys at with the shots? All right, I'm live for random. If you want to follow the video recording, I'll have it in that thread you guys claimed in. Eclectic Cereal, Mineral 5. And again, I have this recorded, so you guys, I'll post it in. I can't show the same screen I'm screen recording on. All right, here we go. It is posted. If you're in this break, you can go check it now with the screen recording. I'm going to stay live for this. I'll still tag everyone just to be fair. 1924 Eclectic Cereal. Oops. All right, let's do this. Copy link. We out. All right, here we go. Eclectic Cereal number. There we go. All right, we up. Let me tag everyone. Brandon, I'm sure you guys are in here, but Brandon, I'm way too sober for this, guys. You guys didn't get me drunk enough tonight. I was on my like soapbox, ready to roll with some Bill Belichick nonsense. I was on my Josh Allen for MVP nonsense. I was on my I love you feels, and then y'all came in and kind of like didn't take enough with me. All right, let me check up on your. Kenny Galladay wasn't a waste. He gave me good feels. You know why? The Lions were so cheap, Josh. The Lions and the Rams could be bought for like nothing that year. I would bid on, like, there weren't a lot of breakers. So I would go to eBay. It's how I found breaking and what it was. I haven't told that story in a while. I got to break out the podcast. But I could get the Bears, the Bills, or the Bills, the Lions, and the Rams for like what you could buy, like even a mid-tier team for. But I would still bid. I'll never forget when I lost out on the Zay Jones 101 Buffalo patch. I don't know, man. You only sent me one video, dude. Ravens this week, Josh gets MVP. So I'm going to ask you guys this. What are your thoughts? Zach just brought up a great point. And I guess if no one else is going to take a shot, I'll take one by myself. This is a question I need to ask you guys. Word is, and from everything I've seen from leaked photos and blah, 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 votes for the MVP, Player of the Year, blah, all that nonsense has to be in at the week of the last week of the season. But the awards aren't announced till the week before the Super Bowl. Do you think that that is true? Or so I put it this way. Lamar Jackson comes in, doesn't play week 17, or doesn't play week 18, doesn't play week 1 of playoffs, comes in, loses to the Texans. Josh Allen goes on to beat, the Steelers, goes on the shoot stretch at the end of the season, beats the Steelers, say he beats the Chiefs, goes on and goes to the AFC or the AFC Championship or the Super Bowl, and he doesn't get MVP, and we're going to give Lamar Jackson a second MVP with 1 playoff win. I don't know. Yeah, the New York kind of killed Kenny Golladay. I just don't know if they really vote for them, or they just here's my first vote, here's my second. And Chris, that's what I hear. They already voted. The votes are in, and my understanding is Lamar's MVP. Can you still vote right now? Can you still bet? Can you still bet on the MVP? If you can still bet on it, I don't believe the votes are in. But if you can still bet on it, and then there's no way, because people would know. And that to me would be the most scandalous part of betting. So I think voting ends at the end of the season, because legally they would have a lot. Brock Purdy isn't good. He's good. Sorry, Ben. No offense. He's good. You may not like him, and you may not think he's a top. I just said I don't want to put him in the top 10 right now for the NFL. But for the season, he's got to be top 5. And he has the argument that he could be MVP. And I would love to hear why you don't think so. You can say that, but you got to give me reasons why. And if you say because of Christian McCaffrey, then I'm going to have to argue that anybody that has a decent running back in their team, like Pacheco, who I think is very good, then you can't tell me, Mahomes is doing it with nothing. He's not. Because Pacheco is very good. But I get it. People don't want to like Brock Purdy. Do you know why? Why would you want to like a guy that was Mr. Irrelevant? Why would you want to vote for a guy that was the last pick in the draft, where that pick generally doesn't even make a team? And then you're going to vote for him on a team that a lot of people don't believe should be there to begin with. And then the people who do believe are like, yeah, but he has Debo and Brandon Ayuk. Okay, that's like saying Stephon and Gabe Davis. I just don't. They're good, but I'm not going to put those two at the top of the league. Christian McCaffrey. All right, they got the best running back. Sure. Someone's still got to make that offense work. If they lock down McCaffrey, they're still winning. Stop, Ben. Have you? All right, so I'm not a Niners fan. I'm not a big fan of the Niners. I don't really care for them. And I have no a love for Purdy. I have no investment. I don't own a single Brock Purdy card, let alone an autograph. He has one of the longest distance from throw to catch in the league. This check down Sally shit people are giving, it's bullshit. He has one of the longest throws to catch in the league. He does not check down. He checks down to Christian McCaffrey because he's a smart player, but he has one of the longest throws in the league. Ben, no offense. I'm not trying to be rude. Coach should have put me in. We'd won state. I could throw a ball over that mountain right there. Ben, I like that you're passionate about it. Listen, you could be right. He might end up being nothing. He could be. We'll see. Time will tell. But I will tell you this. I've watched enough Purdy now to respect him. So I won't listen to anybody in the card world about Purdy. I won't, because people that are mad about Purdy didn't invest. And I won't listen to the people who love him a lot because they invested. But when you get outside of cards and you just look at football people, there are a lot of good takes on Purdy. And most of the people that are complaining about him don't have a good quarterback on their team. You can't tell me right now that there aren't at least 20 teams in the NFL that would not take Purdy as their quarterback. I'll even cut it down to 15. 15 teams. I don't, Jeff. I was about to take this on my own. You'll be back in here when he chokes? That's all right, Ben. That's cool. I'll have you know what? And you can even throw it in my face and I won't be mad. But like the thing is, he has been in the league for 2 years and he's made it to the playoffs twice. I wish he could have played last year. We would have a lot more sample size of how he would be in the playoffs. It kind of kills the argument for a lot of people because he got hurt. But for a guy, here's the one thing I will not let people say. Brock Purdy's a bust. Brock Purdy could retire today and be the best draft value in the NFL history. He could. He was able to get the Niners to 2 playoffs as Mr. Irrelevant. So I think that's... Would they win last year? I don't know. And that's my thing. I'm not going to say... you can't use the word bust with him. You can say he's not top 10, or you can say Purdy isn't the future, or you can say Purdy will still be a mediocre QB moving forward, but you can't tell me he's a bust. Because by saying he's a bust, you're telling me that he was not worth his value. No. There are a lot of busts. Josh Rosen was a bust. Daniel Jones right now is a bust. Right? First round picks. Trey Lance currently is a bust. I'm not saying he's going to be a bust forever, but he is currently a bust. Brock Purdy is one of the best values you've ever seen. And Jamar, I just said that. By the way, hello, Jamar. I haven't seen you in a while. Kenny Pickett right now is on the bust bubble, right? He's on that bust bubble. I wouldn't call him a bust yet. Desmond Ridder, bust bubble, right? Tua was on the bust bubble 2 years ago. He had one bad rookie season. Like, he's a bust. And then he's like, oh, wait, he's just kidding. He's really good. He got hurt. He's a bust. I think Tua's safe from the bust. Like, he's already, like... There's nothing... Listen. Everyone's like, nah, Pickett sucks. He could be. None and done Pickett. You're probably right, but I think he gets another year to prove that. Yeah, but Jamar, that was my point. He was top 10 this year, right? Like, you can't sit here and tell me. To me, Purdy and Lamar go up. When the Niners and the Ravens played, like 3 weeks before the end of the season, Purdy was currently betting in Vegas as the favorite for MVP. If Purdy wins that game, he's MVP. Lamar won that game. He became a quick favorite. Still didn't think he was. And then he had this massive week 17 game. And then they're like, he's MVP. And then he sat week 18. Meanwhile, there's other quarterbacks that are in the conversation. Rudolph is better than Pickett. Here it is. Jeff's in the house, everyone. Then we're going to rip.
Mikey, cheers, buddy. Glad I can be your shop partner. Showing up a little bit late here. Had a work thing earlier. Ran into a guy that had some nice green stuff, and so I talked to him.
Love that color.
But I'm here now, buddy. Let's do this.
Money and anything else is green.
Cheers. Glad I'm not missing all the action.
Oh, Jeff, you missed it, man. We had some great chats tonight, dude.
Mikey.
Great chats. I don't know who Ben is, but Ben, if you're still in here watching, man, I appreciate you coming in, stirring the pot a little bit. I disagree with you, but hey, listen, you could be the only one right in the room because I don't think anyone agrees with you right now. 1, 2, 3 to the left, 4, 5, 6 to the right. All right, we're going to go to the right boxes. 1 through 5, and then 6 is a reroll. It's a 2. Here we go, guys. This is our eclectic box. Who was Ben, by the way? Does anyone know? Jamar, can I ask you? Do you think Lamar Jackson's the MVP? And when I say MVP, I don't mean most valuable player to your team. I mean the most valuable player at your position in the league is how I look at it. And then you can dive in. So, like, Christian McCaffrey is the most valuable running back, right? Puka Nacua, to me, this year is the most valuable wide receiver, and he's not going to win Rookie of the Year, right? And then you break it down and you're like, hey, which one of those guys was the most important aspect to their team winning this year? Losing Andrews made Lamar. And who came in and they talked to Lamar and they said, was it Ray Lewis? And said he's got a different look in his eye this year. I know people don't like that. It's not a tangible item. But I'll never forget when we went to the National in Chicago and we broke, Jason from Three Kings, he's actually in the Dallas Card Show right now. We went to, we got the break right in front of the main stage, and Gary V came on the main stage and he says, guys, like, one thing we don't do as in card investors or as sports fans is we don't look at the non-tangible things. Like, we're willing to look at, like, the size of their hands, their 40 speed. We're willing to look at what their win-loss record was. All these tangible things. But what we don't look at is, you know, are they going through a divorce? Are they, you know, did they have to move across the country and they're not seeing their family? Have they recently dealt with, like, you know, a death in the family that they're dealing with? There's all these non-tangible things, and he's like, you know, we don't look at that even, like, he even brought in, I think, betting at the time. And I think that's something to be said about so many things we look at in sports along the way. And I brought it up with Josh Allen before because last year, right before the Cincinnati Bengals game, the police were at his house till 4 a.m. the night before the Bengals game. His girlfriend of like 6 years caught. Nobody talks about it, but Josh Allen cheated on his girl. He was engaged or whatever, it was his girlfriend, but like to me, he hadn't been the same since until halfway through the season. 6 out of 7 going out to Zach McCarthy. There you go, Zach. Zach Attack is back. But the reason I also bring that up is when someone says a guy involved, like I think it was Ray Rice or Ray Lewis, said, I haven't seen that look in his eye yet. He has a different look in his eye. It's a non-tangible comment. We're like, okay, that's an opinionated comment. It's an opinionated comment coming from a very respected player in the game that's been involved in the organization, and that means something. That should carry weight with people. That comment scared me more than the fact that Lamar Jackson has had this many runs for this many yards. Lamar Jackson has had, the fact that like a guy like Ray Lewis could come in there and be like, he has a different look in his eye, that holds more weight than any like micro analytics can hold, in my opinion. It just does. Zach, I agree. You got to be very careful. You have to have a strong filter, and you have to really, really like weigh those comments, who they come from. You have to have a good filter and a good scale. Jalen Hyatt, he's gonna have a good career yet. 2 out of 3. 2 going to Brent. What up, Brent? I think he was found not guilty. No offense, Brandon, but like, dude, our punter was accused of raping like 3 women, so we lost him. And then like she came out and said, well, I lied. And now he's not in the league. And he was supposed to be the punt god. And like he was like a big high draft pick for us. And they're like, she's like, sorry, I shouldn't have said that. My bad. Like, fuck off. You ruined a dude's career. Whoa! 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 Tyreek Hill, Odell Beckham, and Devontae Adams. Oh, by the way, Tyreek Hill kicked his kid and threatened to kill his wife. We don't talk about that, though, right? OBJ once proposed to a field goal post. We won't talk about that, though. Like the psychosis in that. Maybe the effects of a concussion. But we're cool. Like, we just make like things up along the way. You guys want to know what it's numbered? You want to guess? It's a 101. Going out to Brandon Taniyama. What do you guys think? Should we do one more box of this? I'm enjoying the conversation tonight. We got 18 people in here watching. Congrats, Brandon. That's a nice hit. We can fill one more of these. I'll fill it in here if you guys want. And we'll just go in order of comments. Chris, you want to do a live fill in here? We haven't done a live fill. Mahalo, buddy. Last call. Keon Coleman is going to be a 2 of 2. Brent taking down 2. Chris, you want to update numbers in here? We got 6 and 8 claimed and 3 and 9. It's up to Chris. I can jot them down. We got Zach with 6. Don with 8. Jamar with 3. Slam with 9. Doug with 7. Brent, 7 was gone if you want to pick a different one. Brandon T with 2. Steven with 1. Sorry, Steven with 5. Brent, you want to pick a different number? Chris with 1. Brent, 7 was gone if you want to pick a different number, buddy. There's 4 and 10 left. Brent will take 10. There's just number 4 left. Zach with 4. Chris, you don't have to send it. I can type it out. I am going to recap for you. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this one and the next one, and I'm going to do 2 fantasy spots. So if 2 could come from one or the other, I'm not going to random it up now. What I'm blazingbreaks@gmail.com is our PayPal. Thank you, Chris. Crush it that way. I'm going to type these in. You guys want some more little Dicky? So real quick, Keon Coleman, Brent, you got that one, and you had this one right here, the Jalen Hyde. I like that card. That's going to be going out to Brent as well. That's numbered out of 2. 2 out of... Yeah, because we do the left, not the right. Correct. I had to think for a minute. A.T. Perry, you got 6 out of 7. And Tyreek Hill, Odell Beckham, Devontae Adams. Absolutely, Zach. Absolutely. You can use it in this. Going out to Brandon. Zach or Jeff, I'll take another shot with you if you'd like. Yeah, like again, I don't know who the guy that popped in was. If you're in here, man, no disrespect. I like to listen to everyone's opinion. Well, yeah, Zach, I do feel like just coming in and being like, don't at me. I'm like, well, maybe I can at you a little bit. Are you willing to have a conversation? All right, let me type these in here. We got Chris Taylor, Brandon Taniyama, Jamar Evans, Zach McCarthy, Stephen Kibler. Oh, that table's going to suck tomorrow. Doug Berger in here. Doug, I wasn't even thinking when I wrote your name down. I was like trying to focus. Doug, how about a shot tonight, man? Or even like just a video. Oh yeah, I don't like that one. Like, oh, I always love that. I love the commercials. It's like, I could do that, and then they dip into their bag of chips. It's like, well, probably not. Probably not. Are you talking about Kyler Murray, Zach? Well, this is one thing I learned through reading some books and talking to some people is it's like you never turn down the opportunity to hear someone's ideas or have a conversation with someone initially, right? Like, and then you try, and then if you're like, but you don't know what you're missing out on if you just dismiss every person. So I used to people used to come up to the card stand if I was at a show and be like, are you buying cards? And I'd look briefly at their case and be like, no, I'm good. But I realize now, no, you look through it, right? Like, you don't know what you're going to find. So that was something I learned along the way. All right, yeah, Steve. So let me just check on this. Does anyone in here have Zelle or Google Pay that Jamar could transfer to you and you could pay? I normally don't do this, but because we live filled and he's asking, I don't have Zelle or Google Pay. I said I should probably get more of these. Ooh, a rough cut, Dougie. I'll pour it up now waiting for you, dude. All right, here's what I'm going to do. While I wait to hear from Jamar and Dougie to send his shot, I'm going to go ahead and put on some tunage. I'm going to fill up my beer. I'm going to get a shot and play a little with Kareem Abdul. All right, you ready?
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. These hooks got me scoring. See me coming from afar. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. This is my lane. Let me show you how to ball. Sweeter than fro, yo, but I'm colder than hobo. And I never get FOMO. Got him watching me in slow-mo. Her brother looking at me like, hey, fuck it, bro. Literally, I am the Trojan man. And I'm a startup, look at how I start up. I'm about to get big, rapping just like Diddy did. I've been out here something like a citizen. All over the bread like cinnamon. I was just playing ball on ESPN. Whoa, jump shot, good pussy waiting at the crib like a house cat. They waiting on my buzz like the Outback. I pull up like Steph, don't doubt that. If you don't take no else, then you bounce back. Big vouch, y'all getting rinsed like bounce. I make women blush, just cause I'm around. Elevator kissing at the Ritz. My rap name a joke about a dick. They said I was finished. Yeah, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. These hooks got me scoring. See me coming from afar. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. This is my lane. Let me show you how to ball. I remember when I couldn't jerk off the threesomes cause it felt too unrealistic. No longer the case, I'm in the Oculus doing it. Not in real life, but guys like me get to having my thing right. I'll wait and see, in and out with the bag like I'm making that tea. These girls kiss and tell when they're kissing on me. What is his dick like? What is his breath like? What are his soaps like? What is his stroke like? What is his acne on the back? Is it real? Is it really that cystic? Had another ask me for tickets, like I deal with logistics, like I'm not artistic, I might be autistic. Television show, body cameras like the cops. I just sold new script, flip that for a new whip, but I can't buy a new dick, so I'm on the same old shit. Like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. These hooks got me scoring, see coming from afar. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. This is my lane. Let me show you how to.
I'm with you, Don. I just got new. So for my 40th birthday this year, my wife got me a new Nespresso machine because my old one broke. I overused it. I didn't use clean water in it either. And I'm still waiting for your shot, Dougie. But I was out of shots, like Nespresso shots. And they just came in today. And I'm like, I'm going to need these for tomorrow. I got to work a table. How do you not help out, right? Like, Don, are you a volunteer coach, I would imagine, right? Because there are paid coaches in club teams. My nieces are on soccer teams for, I forget what, NU, Northern United, or whatever it is. And their coach gets paid to coach them. They're 9 years old. They're 9. The coach gets paid to coach 9-year-olds. And I'm like, I have volunteered many times to coach, and every time I'm like, I'm never, ever, ever doing this again. I'm waiting for it, Dougie. And like, I do it, and then I'm like, why did I do this again? I said I was never doing this again. Jamar, were we able to figure anything out? Do you know? At the end of this video, Jamar, I'm just going to random it, and hopefully we can figure it out later. I know you've been around for a long time, so hopefully we can figure it out, because I'd like to random it up, and we'll get right to it. Here we go. For Dougie, though. To get my pen. Ooh, with the Jaeger. I might have to get some of that. He looks so fresh, though. He says he hasn't shaven. Hasn't shaved? Oh, he always does this. I took 3 Advil tonight, too, Dougie. Does that make me feel as good as my 3 Advil for my neck did, Doug? Dude, Dougie's legend forever. Dougie's like, I haven't shaved in 3 days. He looks fresh to death. My man. I don't got it like Doug. That's why I'm afraid to hang out, honestly, with Doug. I have this feeling that if I were to do that, I might die. Although Doug did promise, we talked this week, and I said, "Listen, man, I consider Doug a friend. As I do many. Like, I met Chris once. Some of you I haven't met, and I consider you friends. But Doug and I talk all the time. Same with Jason. Jason and I have hung out 4 times now, which is crazy. I talk to him more than I do my wife. I'm not joking." But like I told Doug, I was like, look, eventually this friendship's going to have to move to the next level, and we're actually going to have to hang out. It's going to have to happen. All right. Oh, you know what? I can just random on this because we didn't post this. Since we didn't post it, I'll have to random. So we're going to come over here. That was the order you guys had in Chris, Brandon, Jamar. Round 2, eclectic. This will be our last one of the night, because I'm getting a little lit up. Thank you guys again for coming in tonight, hanging out. I love you all so much. I really do. It was a weird night, man. Watching a kid you grew up with, just 33 years old. This dude's just gonna, it's sick, man. The world's not fair, dude. I watched this dude just accept that he's not gonna last much longer. He's admitted it. He's like, I maybe didn't live the longest life, he said, but he goes, you know what? I had a really good run while I was here. And he was just so positive, man. I was mad at myself for not looking at life like that every day. Like, legitimately. I wish I looked at life like that more often. I'm always worried about dumb shit, man. Always. Eclectic cereal number 2. It's tough to see that dude, young dude. So I said to I try to, I'm probably more like that than my wife is. I try to tell her, like, be thankful. Yeah, Alex knew him. Alex knew him pretty well. As a matter of fact, we talked about Alex tonight. We brought up the fact, real quick, if I can just tell a quick story. we brought up the fact that this kid that I talked to today always thought we were funny because, like, we would have anyone over that was welcome. My mom would invite anyone into our house. All right. So like if we ordered, my dad would bring home these pizzas and he would make the pizzas by hand. He would bring home the dough and he'd make the pizzas. But like we knew there were only going to be 2. And there were like elbow fights for the pizza. Like, nah, like we'd all fight. And he's like, oh, I remember it was me and Alex was there and like you and your brother and sister and we'd all fight if a new batch of wings came out. And we actually talked about Alex and he was, like I said, Alex and him lived at our house for a lot of the summers and the nights. And so Steven is Alex's dad, but yeah, he knew him very well. We went to school with him. He was 3 grades younger. He is 3 grades younger than Alex and 6 grades younger than me. So. All right. Yeah, well, I mean, the plan was, listen, a couple years ago, Zach, we had a place booked in Atlantic City in 2020, and then COVID hit. 1, 2, 3 to the left, 4, 5, 6 to the right. It's gonna be the left 1 through 5, 6 is a reroll. It's gonna be the last box at the bottom, and it was crazy because I had paid for it on my credit card, and then COVID hit, and they were not gonna give me my money back. They were like, no. I'm like, dude, all right, we'll come. Like, you can't. There's COVID. I'm like, well, okay, then give me my money back. And they're like, no. Like, one of these things does not work. I'm either coming or you're giving me my money back. Luckily, they gave me my money back because I was not getting paid from anyone. Did you send a picture? Oh, am I showing them the weather or am I showing them either way it works. Big news coming out of Detroit or Michigan. 5 degrees, 8 degrees, 9 degrees, 9 degrees, 10 degrees. Josh is going to work. And then, how about this? Reba McEntire, Usher, and Post Malone. And there was someone else. That's kind of messed up. They left the other person to sing the other song, but whatever, it is what it is. Usher's halftime. Reba McEntire is the national anthem. Post Malone's America the Beautiful. I'm going to just be honest with you guys. I don't watch that shit. I'll watch Post Malone. Because I like Post Malone. I think Post Malone's awesome. And not just for his voice. I think Post Malone speaks truth and doesn't give a shit. And like he knows the truth. And he's very upset about it. Oh, 49ers in Baltimore. Oh, I read it. No, I just read it. Like, even before you said that, I was like, did I miss something? 49ers and Baltimore Ravens Super Bowl. Dude, do you really think they know that? I don't think they know that. I don't think if the NFL is as good as what they are about covering it up. So listen, I didn't believe the NFL was scripted until this year when they made the Key and Peele commercials or like the conversations about the script. And I'm like, dude, stop. You're just literally admitting it's a script. Like, you're literally admitting it's a script. Come on, Paxton. Win that match tomorrow. Butte, 69. 6 out of 9. Zach McCarthy. There you go, Zach. I'm stupid? I am. I would never argue that. At least my team's in the playoffs. That goes for anyone who's not. Zach, you're killing it tonight. Yeah, I don't think even if they had it scripted, they would let anybody know that. Charbonnet. We pulled a K-Dub earlier. 4 out of 10 going out to Don. Oh, did I get it wrong? Oh, that's Jamar, not you? Oh, I didn't put the random up. Did I? Did I have the wrong random up? Do I have the wrong... Oh, I didn't put the list. I didn't change the list. That's why. Oh, I do. Did I put the wrong... Did I... Hold on. Give me a minute here. I'm glad you guys are here to help me out. You guys have me convinced. I'm paying more attention to... I'm more worried that the Bills aren't going to the Super Bowl and that the Ravens and Niners are. Don't go breaking my heart. Yes. All right. Here we go. Here it is. I didn't do this. Give me a minute here. Edit. Copy. File. Save as. Why are you guys just telling me this now? Is that right there? Is that right there? So 6 is Jamar. 4 is Brandon. Oh, I was looking at the screen on my screen. I'm ahead. I'm looking... We're good? Are we good? I need another shot. All right, here we go. Let's start over. Shots. We need shots before we start this. Here we go. You still love me? Y'all still love me? Is it all still love? Y'all got my feels tonight? I told my wife, I'm going to be sober in the morning. Don't worry. I know I have breaks. I'm good. Turn me into a liar. Tyler's not in here to tell me I don't deserve my wife tonight, so it's cool. All right. 6 is Jamar. I do love that you got... I always know I'll be all right. But you make sure to make me feel bad about it. Zach Charbonnet going 4 out of 10 going out to Brandon. And I am right, correct? Are we right now? I can't imagine what my face looks like confused trying to read a screen. Like, Zach, Slam, I love you for that, saying that, man. Ooh, we got a Kuntz in here. Josh Wiley, Zach Kuntz, Luke Musgrave, and Darnell Washington. You ready? Look, Slam said something nice. He gets a card. 5 out of 6 with the quad auto. Hey, listen, his lie got him a quad auto, Zach. That's all that matters. All right, we got one more. It's a good card. It's a good card. I don't know who gets it. And I will say this about Eclectic. It always has at least one good hit in it. We're going to get a Bo Nix. It's a good one. I taught my kids that. If you want to get ahead, lie. I said, do as I say, not as I do. They're like, but you don't lie. I said, do as I say, not as I do. That's why I don't get ahead in life. That's why, listen, man, I should have charged a lot more back in the boom and I didn't because I was honest. It's a 2-2 going out to Zach McCarthy. He don't deserve it. Just kidding, Zach. 2 out of 2, Bo Nix. It's exactly why I don't get ahead in life, because I don't lie. I can't do it. I'm not good at it. I know when I'm not good at something. I mean, can we do one more? I feel like I feel so good. If I lay down now, I'm just going to sit here and think about things I don't want to think about. Should we do one more? Can we? Can we afford it? Brent said 8. We'll try to fill one more. If we can't, I might take spots. We'll see. I love eclectic. This is it, though. For real, this is it. I'm not doing another one after this. Brent Peters says 8. Brent is fairly new. So the dude just watched me gaff, and he's like, that's all right. This guy's cool. So we had the Bo Nix going out to Zach, the Quad going out to Slam, and I think I got these right. Zach going out to Brandon, and Butte going out to Jamar. Steven going with 4. Listen, guys, if I'm going to, listen, here's my thing. If I'm going to pay the price in the morning, I may as well pay it right. Last chance. Zach says 6. Brent, I knew your name looked familiar, and I didn't look at our chat. Jamar says 3. Oh yeah, it's only what time there? Jamar says 3 and 7. Slam says 2. Oh, and guys, here's the deal. At the end of this, I do have to go back and give out fantasy spots. Oh, I got to do that tonight. And I'm going to give out fantasy spots for these. And I said we'll do 3 for these. So 1 for each, but we'll do it all together. Brandon is 5. This is the last one. There's 1 and 10 left. Listen, if no one takes it in the next 2 minutes, I'm going to take what's left. But I don't normally do that. I'm only doing it because we're filling live. I don't want to hear shit. You have your chance to take it. I will obviously random it on screen. I don't like doing that. It always bothers me when we do that. Chris will take 10. Steven, 2's gone, but 1's available. You already have 4. All right, Steven takes 1. Good. Listen, for those of you who don't know, I would love to get in my own breaks because the way I model this stuff is that I only make breaks I want to get into. So like I the other day we filled that $30 break real late at night and I was indifferent about it. I made it, I liked it, and then I sent it to Chris and he's like, I was like, that's how I feel. I like it, but I don't love it. It's a good mix. It's a great value, but I just don't know. And then you guys asked me to post it, and we did. But anyhow, the reason I say it is I only will post things when I make them. I'm like, but I get into this. And then I go look for breaks, and I'm like, these guys are so expensive. And God love, I see people in our group in them, and I'm like, aw, I wouldn't charge you that. It makes me mad. And not at the people that get in them. I get it. I don't break all the time. But I'm just like, you're better than that. You're smarter than that. I feel like we've taught you better than that. We taught you not to spend that kind of money. All right, so here's what I have. Steven, Slam, Jamar, Steven, Brandon, Zach, Jamar, Brent, Slam Chris. All right, I got all 10. Let's get the copy paste thing. Your kids, listen, take a lesson from Shaq. He doesn't give his kids shit. They're going to turn out to be great. All these trust fund babies just blow their money, man. I told my wife that. I was like, my kids ain't getting shit. Their experiences when we're growing up together, we're going to give them a great life. We are going to help them enjoy the times they have with their family. And then, you know what? Hopefully that prepares them for a great life. I watch so many kids go to college. It got college paid for. I'll check this later, but if you didn't send, please send. All right. 0 round 3. And they all like failed. Like, I'm not saying every kid does that, but they all just like, they gave it. They're like, it's whatever. It's not my money. I'm going to party. I'm like, I paid for my own school. I paid for my own phone when I was 15 years old. And everyone thought I was a dummy. What do you need a cell phone for? I'll never forget. I was the only one with a cell phone. Go figure. What do you need that for? What are you, a drug dealer? Nah, I want a cell phone. They're cool. You can play Snake on it. You don't need one. And then everyone, can I call my mom on your phone? You need a cell phone? What are you, a drug dealer? And then I'm the dick. I'm the dick for like calling them out on it. That fucking world's messed up, man. After 7 p.m. you can, when I get free minutes, 400 minutes from peak hours. Dude, you knew, you had it. How old are you, Zach? I mean, most of us get it. It's just funny. A lot of guys, even my age I talk to, don't get it. I'm like, oh, you weren't in that club. Like, I busted my ass. I'm not even kidding. I worked at Finish Line. Foot Locker. Fuck Foot Locker. I worked at Finish Line, and I liked it, but I also hated it because they played the same videos over and over again. I did get some really cool and one stuff. Chris, I believe vacations are better than education, and I'm gonna tell you why. You learn more on a road trip and on a trip with your family than I could ever do for you in those days of school. The reason school and public education exists, and I'm not talking private schools, and if you can afford to do that, great, you're way ahead of the game. The reason public schools exist is so that people can go to work. Public education's garbage. I quit it for that reason. Public education's trash, dude. I wish it could be better. It could be, but it's a business. It's not an education system. It's a business, guys. I hate to tell you. Oh, dude, I sold the hell out of shoes. But I bought more than I sold. I was like Al Bundy, dude. Says that encouraging sons of kick. No. Hold on. I'm not giving them 5,000 V-Bucks. I am paying them to kick someone's ass for V-Bucks. I want them to learn that if they put in the work, and they're not going to win. They're not going to win, Zach. They're not going to get those V-Bucks. I know my kids. You know why I know they're not going to win? Because they whine about practice every night. And then they go to these events and they're like, I'm ready to wrestle. I'm like, the fuck you are? You didn't practice hard. They wrestle hard in the meets. They're not lazy. They do well. Well, Paxton does. Cohen just started. He got 2 pins last week. But, dude, the video was hilarious. I didn't post his. Let me show you Cohen's video real quick before we do this. You're going to love it. Cohen's in kindergarten, mind you. A lot of schools don't let you wrestle that early. I got to show you before we break this Cohen's first wrestling match. Steven, you'll get a kick out of this. Hold on, I gotta go back. Cohen's in the orange. Just watch this kid, he doesn't move. I'm like, get the half in! So I'll spare you from a lot of that, but I gotta show you, the dude did get the pin. Look at this up and out, dude. Dude gets up and out. There he goes. Hit him. Hit him. Yeah, there it is. Dude got the pin. Got the pin. So listen, again, Zach, I will tell you this. I'm not paying my kids for shit. They're going to earn it. And I told my kids that if they win their tournament, that they'll get $5,000. I'm not paying my kids to do well. But I am not giving them shit. All right, I don't know if I rolled, but 1, 2, 3 to the left, 4, 5, 6 to the right. It doesn't matter if I did. We're going to go with it. 6 to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 is a reroll. 3 and to the right. I mean, he did. You know, he's kindergarten. They don't let wrestlers wrestle until first grade. The only reason he's allowed to wrestle is because his brother wrestles. And so he, unfortunately, like, for Paxton, Cohen's going to be starting next year with all this experience. And technically, it'll be his first year, which is wild, right? Now, Steven, your kid is, or your grandson, is he kindergarten or first grade? You have a really lightweight, too. What? Josh, we haven't talked enough lately. Wait, what? So you're Oh, I remember when Doug said he wanted to get married. Dude, it's all right. I'm not judging. I'm the worst. I said I was done a while ago with my, like, not even with having kids. I was leaving. I'm done. Done with this shit. I ain't judging, man. It's just, you were adamant. It is not happening. I just, like that news is bonkers right there. Good for you, man. I'm not judging. Like, good for you. Go enjoy it, man. You live once. After the shit I saw tonight. Zach, your boy looks tall. Are you tall, Zach? How tall are you? All right, Jordan Battle. Listen, I said it was my last break last round, and we did a third round, so I get it. Who am I to judge? 3 out of 5, going out to Brent Peters. I'm it. After this break, I'm done. You guys want to do another? And then I'm here judging you about having kids like it's different. It ain't different. You're 6'4"? See, I saw you as a shorter dude the way you present yourself. So 6'4", your kid looks tall. He does look tall already. Was the baby mama tall? 6'4", you're tall, dude. Are you being honest? Cameron Latu, 3 out of 3 going out to Brent Peters. Did you get the first one too? You did. Brent Peters. No wonder you wanted another one quickly. I feel like your daughter is going to be a heartbreaker. Like, she's just, like, funny and quirky. Because people lie about height. I'm not going to name names, but... Ty Simpson, 8 out of 9. Steven. Well, guys, either way, man, thank you for such a fun fucking night. Don't go anywhere after this last card. I'm not saying good night. I'm going to take the 3 list after this last card. I'm giving away 3 final spots. And then I'm not done for the night because I got to random off, or I got to send out invites. All right? But we got a big auto coming. Alumni graphs. But guys, real honest to God, I'm going to chug my beer. Thank you so much. The shit you guys, like, I can't tell you enough how much y'all mean to me. The bad nights, I can have a shitty evening, and then I come down here, and you guys just change it around. I told you guys earlier this week, I used to get seasonal depression so bad. I really did. And, like, at this time of year, I'd be, like, just anxious and like, want to be... Y'all saved me. I mean that. I really mean that. A couple quick things that we didn't talk about in a while. The contest you're about to get into is for $25 credit. Conference round, if you get all 4 games correct, we're going to give away $100 credit. 2 $50 credits, though, instead of just 1. You got to get all 4 right, but I like your picks. If this comes out this way, man, if this comes out this way, I may just do a bonus just for the Bills going, you know. Don't get me to the Bills AFC Championship next week and expect not to win some crazy money. You know I'll give it out. Last card. Emmitt Smith, Anthony Richardson. You're not going to believe who's getting this either. It's a 3 out of 6. That means there's 5 more of these. Brent Peters almost taking the box down. What a gross hit. Oh, Brandon. My wife and I looked into it because you're not the only one from Hawaii. Like, you're Hawaii, right? We looked into Hawaii flights and we're just like, they're not old enough yet. We have like a timeshare thing we can go to in Hawaii. And we're like, we can't. That's too long of a flight. Well, listen, man. Although you guys didn't hit, you guys congratulating Brent, it means a lot to me because it's hard as a breaker to give all those hits to one guy. Brent, this is the kind of community you're around, and I hope that if you stick, like I know you've been around for a while, you were here years ago, but I hope that you continue if you stick around to encourage these guys when they get hit. It's all a cycle. Brent with the Emmitt Smith, and that's a cool card. Ty Simpson to Steven, and then Brent also hit the Cameron Latu and Jordan Battle. I wondered when we didn't hit great cards there what we were going to hit, but that's a nice solid duel. Brandon, I don't think our kids can handle that long of a flight. I'm worried that, like, my wife gets flight sick, like car sick, but she gets like anxiety. She does it, but she hates it. All right, guys, don't go anywhere. Real quick. Oh. I was in Malachi for Malachi. An antenna farm. Take a break. Molokai? Man, that's Hawaii's a place my wife and I keep talking about. But with leaving the kids at home, we're like, all right, we're taking up essentially 3 days of our trip away from our kids just to fly. I do, Zach. I actually do that. You said that. And I forgot why you went out there. But I do remember you saying that. We weren't as close then, though. Man, I love y'all, for real. All right, listen, I don't want to, like, cut the, like, conversation. I'm reading your comments, man. I love you guys. I really do. I don't want to forget, because I am drunk. I'm not gonna lie. I don't want to forget to do this. I'm really drunk. You guys got me lit up tonight. I had like 4 shots of mafia sauce, a couple little of those other mixers. How do I do this now? What the hell? All right, that was number 01. But yeah, y'all had me feeling in my feels tonight. I love you guys for that. Especially like, dude, I'll tell you this right now. We talk about women and having babies and stuff. Dude, more than anything, I will tell you this. It is hard to be a man and in a relationship and in this society. You're like, you can't complain. Like, dude, I can't turn my neck this week. You know, I'm sore. I'm dealing with some other shit outside of that, emotionally, mentally. I can't talk about that. I nobody care about that as a dude. Like, dude, just man up, right? Got to make sure all the shit's done, or like that no one thinks gets done. It's a different world, man. And then I'm still cleaning out fridges, cooking dinners. My dad never did that. My dad never did that. I talked to my mom about that time. I was like, did I ever clean out the fridge? No. I didn't think so. I did it twice this week. I hate fucking cleaning out the fridge. How many of you guys clean out your fridges in your house? It's like a good problem to have. That means I had shit that we had too much to eat or we had too much of and it went bad or we didn't eat it. So I'm not complaining by any means. It's like a first world problem for sure. Like, so like for me to sit here and be like, oh, do you guys clean out your fridges? It's a 100% a first world problem. But I'm just saying, like, it still kind of sucks that, like, I don't want to do that. You're the only one. So, like, man, we are living in a different age, man. So, to come down, and the reason I bring it up is to come down here at night and to get our time together. You guys are my relief, man. You guys are the reason I can continue to do the things. I'm happy to do them. But I don't talk to a lot of dudes, man. I'm busy cleaning out fridges and cooking dinners and shit. Don with another one. Jamar, can you do Fandle? And Zach McCarthy. Did you win one earlier? You didn't. Zach, you're in. You clean out all the bottles? Oh, I gotta read what you guys said. Hot bread. All right, if I do the UFC, I am doing the UFC tomorrow. I'm doing Immaculate. But I tell you, wife. Oh, you bottle it up, Nick. You hold it in. See, I let it all out, and that's one of my toxic traits. My wife bottles it up. Yeah, Nick. Listen, man. Don't do that. You're gonna feel better if you let it out. But I get in trouble for letting it out, dude. I don't think there's a right way to do it. Man, this is therapy. How much does therapy cost? I'm telling you right now, I call this break therapy. But it's different. You got to do it with your significant other because they ain't going to fix with you. Plus, I don't know if getting drunk with me is going to fix anything either. But like mix it up a little bit. That's how I am, Slim. It clears my mind. That's exactly how I am. I just feel relieved. It's like I don't like my neck has hurt all week. I can't turn left or right. But like tonight I didn't think about it until now. Like weed usually helps. That makes me paranoid as hell. I can't. I can't do another one. I promised I've won. But we'll do more tomorrow. That was fun though, what lasted. And before I get convinced to do another one, I'm going to let you guys go. I don't like to run, but I got to send out all these invites too, man. I got some invites to send out. I love you guys. Great to see some of you guys. Brent and Jamar, I know I haven't seen you in a while. It's great to see you. Nick, thank you for popping in. Steven, I keep hearing that, and I believe it now more than ever because I used to not believe it. But I love you all very, very much. I'm going to finish off my beer to you guys. Go Bills. Go Texans. I'm going to be honest. Go Lions. I don't care who wins the Niners game. That's the only one I don't care about. That's the only one I don't care about. Good night, guys. Love you. Go Blazing. Blazing fam.